Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 45th Annual Winmore Fleetwood Memorial Las Vegas Open WDF 501 Singles event. We have a quarterfinal matchup featuring defending champion Chris Lim taking on former champion Captain America Jim Widmayer.
Very interesting. You got Chris Lim, who's got opportunity to defend a title with an opportunity to go to Lakeside, and a Lakeside player this year won a match on stage. Was it one match or two matches? Couldn't remember.
I think he won two.
I think he won two, and then into the top 16. Mm-hmm. So, no, neither one of these two are very strangers to 501 or each other.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be a good matchup here. The only problem that I have is that it's a first to four legs. I just want to see more, you know? And there's where that 305, where I don't like the treble 18, because even if you would have gone treble 20, single 20, or treble 18, single 18, does not leave a finish.
To the bull first on 305 with trip 18s to back it.
I like that more. I think he dragged that last one low based on his face. Yep.
Widmayer wins the bull, looking to hold throw. Needs a ton.
We'll leave the big fish. Chris has got to be feeling pretty good about being able to just tee this up, put some pressure on it. With level 177. Or a 180. Might as well leave 21.
Hey, I mean, you can clean up a 21 quickly if you don't take out big fish. Plus, you put a lot of pressure in on having to do it.
Yep. Widmayer not going to do that. So Chris Lim, 21 left. 5 for double 8?
Yep, probably, or 1 for double 10.
For a 14-dart break, a throw from Chris Lim. Comes out of the gate firing. He is
beautiful leg, beautiful leg.
He is throwing his 19-gram soft-tip darts with conversion tips. And he says it's just because he hasn't been playing a lot of steel and he doesn't want to have to worry about switching up the weights and everything. Takes a little bit of pressure off him.
That's actually a little more common as we see the switchovers. 20 grams soft, using 21 grams steel only because the points put another gram on them.
Yep. Looking down on dart 3. Scoring very well. Speaking of scoring well. Nice 140 there from Wid.
Just some quarterfinal action on the field. Jeff Smith 2, Adam Saveda 2.
Treble 20 will leave the 170, and he does that. Great setup shot from Chris Lim. That last dart's huge, depending on what it is, and it's just a single 20. So Chris Lim does not have to shoot at the big fish if he doesn't want to. He can't anyway.
To the 19s.
I think he's staying up there.
I have seen him on 150 in the past go trip 19, trip 19, trip 19.
Yep.
And I looked at his eyes. I really thought that's the route he was going to go.
All right, Chris Lim 110, Jim Widmayer 120. This will be a hole to throw for Chris, and he's should get a dart at it. It is going to be a dart at tops. Just drags the third dart low. Widmayer just needs one treble in the first two darts, if he stays straight on it, to leave the double, and he'll do that tops for the 120 and just below the wire.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Lim nodded in the background. He thought it was going in. And he capitalizes with double 5 and takes a 2-0 lead. It's a 17-dart hole to throw, but he will take it. Still averaging almost 97. Not bad for someone who hasn't been playing steel tip.
He's Lim. He's a Lim. What's his last name? I was giving him a hard time. I was like, so you're the third best Lim? Because I know Michael's probably in front of you. Michael Lim's brother lives in Kansas City. Plays soft tip out there a little bit. He just looked at me kind of funny. We do see Chris about every year, if not every year, at the Shark Tank big soft tip tournament over Labor Day weekend in Kansas City. Comes out, visits Michael. They play doubles together, and then he shoots the tournament.
I don't see Chris very often, but when I do, it's like we've never stopped hanging out. You know, he's just that type of guy.
Yeah, he's gives me a hard time every time I see him. He'll come up behind me and flip me on the back of the head.
Well, he's attracted to shiny things.
Lord, thanks a lot, man. Back to the match. Leave my ball head out of it.
Lim stand down there, trying to hit the 133 to leave the 170. He's done a great job of setting up the 170 look. He does it again.
133, love it.
You know, eventually he's got to hit this, right? He keeps leaving it. He doesn't even get the first dart at it to make it look interesting. Only 85 from Jim, so Chris has 6 at 170. And again, just...
He ain't throwing a big enough rod and reel. He's not fishing good, huh? High on the 20 twice now at the trip 20 for the 170s.
All Jim can do is set it up here. Does a pretty good job of that. Leaves 72. Chris, the 112. If it goes, he'll be one leg away.
We just see the Truth take out this 112 earlier. Same rail.
Not going to get a dart at it. He has 60 if he returns. Wade to get a leg on the board and hold his throw. 72 needed. Oh. Well, might only be one dart at the bullseye. 63 left. Oh, no.
Pulled it. Not happy with that, that's for sure.
55.
Man, 72 in your head, your opponent's on 60.
It was 45.
And you hit a couple bogey shots. It's frustrating.
Chris, that's a good marker for tops, too, for him. With how flat his dart lays. And there it is. 3-0 lead for Chris Lim. Another break of throw.
Just another field update. Jeff Smith 4, Adam Saveda 2. Jeff Smith moves on into the semifinals. Another quarterfinal match getting ready to start. Dave Cameron from Canada taking on Jim Widmayer from the Netherlands.
Chris Lim, 121 start. Jim has to win 4 legs on the spin to win this match, or else El Presidente of the ADO, Mr. Jim Widmayer, Captain America,
Big shout out to
will be out of this tournament.
Captain America and taking the reins and making some adjustments to this year's tournament. We've had a record turnout. Wouldn't say a record turnout.
It's been fantastic.
We don't know what the records are, but it's been fantastic.
Best in a while.
Best in a long time.
Great 1-2-5 there from Widmayer. Chris, though, just making the scoring look easy. Just like that.
I'll tell you what, when you watch him play darts, or you play darts against him, he just makes it look so smooth.
Little flyer on dart 3, but he'll take the 140. Halves his score. And Widmayer's in trouble. 6 from 140 for Chris Lim to book his spot in the semifinals. And he'll come back for tops.
Not happy with that turn. Might be the last.
Lightning. Ka-chow.
There it
Gets
is.
the double 10. Wins it 4-0 over Jim Widmayer. I tried not to laugh when I did that. 14 darter at the end of the day, and Chris Lim is another semifinalist. Books his spot next to Jeff Smith and Jacob Taylor.
Yep, Jeff Smith, Jacob Taylor, Chris Lim, and your current semifinalist. We are waiting on one semifinal or quarterfinal match. David Cameron, Jim Widmayer. That will be getting underway really quickly.
But we're going to get the first semifinal up next. of the men's WDF 501 singles, and it's going to be Chris Lim against either Jeff Smith or Jacob Taylor.